So, as we wake refreshed for our fifth and hopefully final night in Gregory's Horror Hotel, we're not greeted by the usual oppressive echoes in our mind, but instead by an almost jubilant tune in the background. Because it seems that we have managed to free all the souls that were trapped in the hotel, and it also seems that we have managed to drive away all those nasty, nasty guests that were chasing us around all this time. And it seems the only one left is our next-door neighbor, Neko Zombie. Now, while we were told we just had to go out through the front doors in the lobby, I feel it would be a little bit rude if we don't say our goodbyes to, well, pretty much the only friend we've had in this entire adventure. And I would say it's a bit odd that we don't hear anything from Neko Zombie by peering through the keyhole, but our time here is over, so we don't really need to gather up any more information. And initially it seems as if Neko Zombie didn't really have very high aspirations for us. Seems he's seen a whole lot of people coming and going in the Gregory Horror Hotel, and for the most part they end up becoming permanent fixtures in the hotel. But somehow or another we managed to make our dream come true. We managed to overcome all adversity, whether it be through Kismet, Chutzpah, or any number of pieces of Yiddish, but we have that special something that made us survive. Also, it seems that Neko has made his own, personal decision. And he doesn't want to hold us back from doing what we really set out to do in the first place, which is escape from this horrible, horrible place. So, as opposed to Orpheus, I think it's best we don't look back, and we finally make our way out of this horrible underworld. Now, I would say that I would miss this place and all the life lessons that it's taught us, but I would be lying if that was the case.
Where do you think you're going? You're the one who's been sneaking around collecting my precious souls, aren't you? Must have a lot of guts to think you can get away with something like that. I'll make you pay for that impudence!
What are you doing? Hurry and get up. Give up on me now. Keep heading for the exit. You want to get back to reality. You have to get out of here, fast. The world you want to get back to is just beyond that door. Yes.
Sadly, it seems that our journey out of this hotel is not going to be quite that easy. It appears that Gregory's mom has finally decided to take things into her own hands, and we now find ourselves locked away in some horrible torture chamber. Now, I will say this is another character from Gregory's Horror Show, though the name kind of eludes me. I know it has dragon something in its name. More importantly, we don't seem to be anywhere on the map. It only strikes me now that looking at the first floor of the basement, there seems to be a portion of the upper right-hand corner that's missing. I almost want to say that's where we are right now. I suppose we don't really need a map in the end. It's pretty much a straight corridor through this winding labyrinthian area. We do reach a bit of a crossroads here. We want to make sure, though, to go through these doors first. Because there is quite a few useful items down here, along with some very somewhat familiar locations. You might recall during one of the cutscenes where we saw Gregory, I guess, bemoaning his mom's threats and physical violence, he did happen to go through this hallway. And I don't know, I do find it interesting that pretty much every location that we see in cutscenes are not just made for cutscenes, but are actually locations that we can visit. And in fact, I think we have seen this area as well. I'm wanting to assume that, if anything, this is more than likely Gregory's mom's office of sorts. And the first item we want to get in here is the Key of Hope. Now, this isn't a key to the main doors in the lobby, and instead it's going to be our way of unlocking the way out of the basement here. And in addition to that, there are quite a few extremely useful items in here, along with the usual assortment of wall-mounted items of interest. And if you keep an especially sharp eye out behind these two large soul-laden bookshelves here, you'll not only manage to find a mind up, but also a speed up. And not only that, though I haven't really shown it off in the videos proper, but if you knock on some items, you not only get some additional flavor text, but you can also sometimes find completely hidden away items. So not only do we find a nice health up item, but we also get a Chinese remedy, which is something that will cure all ailments. And with that, we are pretty much well stocked up for what you can only assume to be our very, well, one and final boss fight. Also, though it's pretty much highly unnecessary since we won't be down in the basement for too long, I don't see why we should have to deal with the darkness. I mean, I think this is one of the few times when we see these very, I guess, well done stone textures, so we might as well soak in the atmosphere. Though it's not too much of a long journey before we find ourselves at a very imposing looking door. That leads us into a somewhat familiar area of the basement. don't think I ever actually went to that little dead end there, because we could have seen that door earlier, though we couldn't have really done anything with it. Still, as long as you did manage to unlock that shortcut, it's pretty much a quick hop, step, and a jump right on back. Pretty much right next to the lobby. Not really sure about this color change. I want to say it does give off an air of foreboding. Still, it's pretty minor in comparison to whatever natural disaster managed to hit the lobby here.
Well, welcome back, dearie. Must admit, you're a lot tougher than you look. To think you actually believed you could get the best of me. How amusing. Now, to finish you off!
Though in this case, I guess we could call it an unnatural disaster, as we have our final face-off against Gregory's mom. Now, after she swings at us a couple times, she gets a little tired and she throws a fireball. And as we saw in that initial attack cutscene that led us into that torture chamber, those fireball attacks are going to be our way of breaking through the lobby door here. We just have to get her to swing at us a couple of times with her skull-laden staff, which will lead her into getting tired and throwing a fireball. You want to be careful, though, because even though her staff attacks don't really hurt, those fireballs do. Good thing is that we are fully stocked up on items, and I see no reason why we should hold on to these for any longer. Now, it might seem a bit overkill, but you want to realize that as we do more and more damage to the door, she will indeed power up. As you can tell, she is now teleporting around, and her staff attacks are a little bit powered up. She does get another new move in her repertoire, where she will let out a horrible motherly screech, which will temporarily stun us. Still, with our increased speed, we can deal with it pretty easily, and we are now in the final phase. Things get very heated up, as she will now only throw fireballs, though that works in our favor.
Won't get away from me! But if it's the last thing I do, I'll get you!
Me? But where might you be going? You say, come back. There's nothing out there but cold, harsh reality. Gone already. Where are you going? No, you mustn't! Dark night, when you came to us, have you forgotten it already?
And now it's just our final journey, heading further and further towards the light. We don't want to take any heed of Gregory's words, and instead, we just want to push further and further into oblivion.
And to escape from here will get you nowhere! Stop this foolishness! Keep your room ready for your return!
gotta say, I'm impressed. Like I promised, I'll send you back. Just follow this path, buddy. What? You still got unfinished business? Hurry it up already. I ain't got all eternity.
What are you still doing here? I don't need your thanks. Just hurry up and go. You want me to come with you? I can't. These shackles, they're my burden, you know. I can't bring myself to forget my pain. I don't need your pity. Just hurry up and go. You've already made your choice. Go. Don't look back.
Gregory! That brat is getting away!
Don't you worry about a thing, Mama. I'll go catch the little rascal in no time at all. You can count on me. Huh? What are you doing here? Get back in your room! Did you hear me? Stop! Stop this minute!
I'm tired of doing nothing but dreaming. I'm putting an end to this.
Firefighter on the scene, yeehaw! Oh! Oh! Oh, my precious souls!
My beautiful world of chaos. It's burning up. Everything I've worked so hard to achieve. Finished. Flames. Flames of crimson.
This world is a reflection of the weakness in your heart. Whether you return to reality or not is up to you.
I heard a scream behind me. Turning around, I saw the hotel in flames, crumbling to the ground. How I got myself into this mess, I will never know. All I could do was run away along that path. Now, at last, I understand. The hotel was my own creation, a way to escape from reality. I had escaped from the hotel, but I couldn't forget my room. The gentle madness, the soft fear, it made me feel warm. To leave all that behind for the real world. Was to face a cold empty future full of suffering. But if I ever become tired of my struggle with reality, I know I will find my way back to that hotel again. And when that time comes, I might never return to the real world.
It is time. Let the show commence once again.
And so begins another tale.
I knew you'd be coming back. Eventually, everyone comes back to Gregory House. Oh, you must be tired. Come rest. You know you'll need it.